Well, hello everyone. Good to see you. Thought you had lost us. Actually, we weren't. We know where we were at. We just weren't sure where everybody else was. Hello, Patrick. How are you doing?
I'm a lot better now. I can hear you, Wayne.
Yeah, we had a little audio problem, but it is all better now.
I'm not
Well,
touching anything.
he's like, I'm not touching it. Welcome everyone to another
Hi, everybody.
session of the wonderful show Talking with the Planets. And my co-host, Mr. Patrick Garrett, from over on the other side of the pond. Good day or good evening, sir. I guess it would be more
It's
appropriate.
it's gone 7 o'clock in the evening, so it's dark here. But
Ah,
we've had a
yeah.
lovely sunny day.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
So
Glad to hear that. How's Angie?
she's a bit sore. She's had to go to the dentist today, so she's dealing
You,
with that.
they say that there are two of the most primal fears. Number one, they say death, but the other one is the dentist. So,
Yeah, the dentist is high on
yeah,
my list.
you know,
I think
uh,
they would make excellent torturers, wouldn't they?
wouldn't they though? It's
We
like
mustn't give them ideas, though, must we?
maybe they are the dragons, that they're our protectors, because if you can't eat, you're gonna die. So I don't know. Listen, welcome everyone. Thank you to all of the moderators. Warrior Queen, meant to send you an email. Do you wanted to see if you want to come on tomorrow or Friday? Someone suggested Friday may be better. So, thank you all the moderators again. Y'all are just great. Thank you for everyone who's in and watching. And Patrick, I think we're going to have an exciting show here. I do want to stop real quick, and I love tacos. I know we talked in the chat room, and we just speak.
Samantha's sister, Brittany, is
Yes,
unwell.
yes, yes. So,
Yeah.
um, allow me, if I could, Patrick, on this. One of the things I can tell people that how healing works, and we all can do it. And I learned this from coming out of the religion that I was in. And Patrick, the reason why they would have healing crusades and the reason why they had a better than 50% success ratio of people actually getting healed was because two things were going on, Patrick. Number one, everyone that went to those rallies, those camp meetings, were anticipating. They were anticipating receiving something. So they were already ready
They were
spiritually.
primed.
Yes, they were perfect word for it, perfect word. And then when the healing line would form, then people were fully anticipating receiving. And many of them never left disappointed. So I want to apply that same principle
They
with this.
healed themselves.
They did. Thank you, sir. And what was there was an energy that it was tangible and it produced things. And I think if we could get the same thing with Brittany here, that she is apparently suffering from a blood clot. Is that what I understand?
Yes, and problems with the heart as well.
Okay.
Working at 56%. Not good.
Well, we're just going to focus, folks, as I told everyone, when you think of Brittany, think of her name and just visualize however you do it. But two things: visualize the clot just dissolving harmlessly back into the body. And two, the other thing is visualize impart some of your warmth. All spirits have warmth. And if you can impart that, so that's just what we do collectively here. There's 250 people in here, Patrick. So,
Wow. Hello, everybody.
so there we go. Um, we love you, Brittany, and we just look forward to a good report. So there we go, everyone. Uh, that's what a community's about, Patrick.
That's
It,
why we're here, Wayne.
it really is. And I got a sense. Actually, I could feel some of that. That's what us empaths do. We can actually,
We feel it.
yeah, literally, we do.
I mean, what I do, people say I'm channeling, but I'm not channeling anything. I'm using my own voice, my own vocabulary, but I don't see the word. I don't hear the word. I feel it.
Yeah.
Frequency match.
Yeah. I thought that maybe, Patrick, we would spend, because I've got 2 pages of questions, so we've got plenty of questions, but I wanted to address something because, there's a lot of times that we receive criticism. And again, we tell people, folks, we're just winging this.
We certainly are.
We don't meet before the show and go, all right, so, it doesn't work that way.
That's why we didn't know about the audio problem until we connected.
Yeah, exactly. So, are we going to stub our toe? Probably, but hey, that's how you learn. When I rode a bike and learned how to ride a bicycle, Patrick, I skinned both of my, in fact, I cut my knees so bad I had to get stitches in it, but I never quit riding the bicycle. Got pretty good at it. So, yeah. And the other thing on the pendulum, the thing is, Patrick already sees this. The answers come. That's how they come.
The pendulum is at the end of the chain, not at the beginning.
Thank you. Ooh, bravo, sir.
Pardon the pun.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. It was getting to the point where I was saying the word about 3 seconds before it pointed to the letter, and that was untenable, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think I may have unconsciously been trying to help it along, but I'm not using it now. So,
well, I'll just share this with the audience. I had, what they called the baptism of the Holy Spirit, and I still can do it now. I can still speak in tongues.
wow.
And I had the gift of interpretation. I could hear someone speaking in tongues, and it would come to me in very fluid English. And my language, there was actually an African missionary that had visited the congregation at that time. And I got up and had a word. And as I spoke my prayer language, he heard it in his native language.
Is speaking in tongues, is that the Adamic language, do you think?
I think it is. I invoked before we came on, and it's itatropo salariana shoupri sakarine ishonto se elano de cinco paete sorota siniana a little bit, and it's
wow.
I can speak in that language as fluently as I can speak in English.
Wow.
So I've got a little practice in this, folks, and if any of you can speak in tongues, well, come on in. So we've got to understand that there are things that are beyond many people's comprehension. And so when I see the answer coming to you, to me, it's not foreign. Hey, Patrick, am I right or am I wrong on this one? If a person is praying, they're using telepathy.
Of course they are. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, how many people do we hear all the time they heard from God?
Yeah.
All right.
I still believe it's not necessarily coming from here. It's coming from here.
I agree.
It may go through there, but that's where it starts.
And
because that's where we are. That's where our essence is, right in the middle there.
That's what it is.
And I'll tell you something else, Wayne, it's spherical.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. People are saying that's amazing. I wish I could be filled with the Holy Spirit. Well, whether it's holy or not, whether it's what I believe.
Don't like the holy part.
Yeah, don't get tripped up on that one. Trust me. It is a natural gift I believe we all possess.
I believe we have all the. I mean, what I do, there are people getting very close to what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
they're not far behind me, and I think that's amazing.
That's my point.
Yeah.
You know, this is it's Jolie says I can speak in tongues, but don't do it anymore. Yeah. You know, it's I called it, I knew it back then. It's a language of what we used to term in the vernacular. It was the angel's language.
Right.
It's a gift that it's amazing in what it can do. I mean, people can hear it, and yeah. So anyway, there we go. So, I'm telling you, folks, you're going to learn stuff here. So
We
Patrick,
learn every week.
don't we though?
We learn the
And
most, don't we, Wayne? We learn the most.
you know, I tell people all the time.
Especially when the dragon tells you she's a lady.
Yes, and while we're speaking about the dragons, I know that there were some people who were very upset. That yeah, one person in particular, and saying that we weren't talking to dragons, that they're yeah. Listen, this is just my point of view. Everyone has one. I don't know dragons. I love Lord of the Rings. I love the Hobbit series. I believe that dragons, as they would say, Patrick, I believe there be dragons. I believe they're still out there.
Me too.
And
never thought of speaking with one.
It wasn't until last week, with everything that went down. And by the way, thank you for everyone for the support. I had to take the video down for certain legal purposes, actually for law enforcement. But listen, the book I'm reading says very poignantly they're dragons. That dragons have they're majestic creatures. Obviously, they're of a I don't know if it's metaphorical. I don't know if it's allegorical or if it's actual reality.
Does that matter, Wayne?
It doesn't. That's the point.
No,
it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
If we can think it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think our ancestors knew them. I really do. So anyway, there we go, Patrick. How about on your end? How has your week been, sir?
It's been okay. I'm glad to be home. It was nice spending time with the grandchildren, but it's nice to be home. And today's our wedding anniversary, so we've been spending a lot of time together.
Well,
mainly at the dentist.
I don't. You have the same taste of music that I do, and I when you said that, I was hearing B.B. King. The thrill is gone. Oh, well, true love, folks. I mean, it transcends all the thing of the human experience, does it not, my friend?
Certainly does. If you don't know somebody after 42 years, you don't know them at all.
You really don't. So how do we want to proceed on this? Because I know we have, you can't actually show.
I can't access my second camera for some reason, but that's not a problem. I did actually, I've changed the format of the show that I and Caroline do. I don't use the pendulum or the chart. I just went into it. We did our first one on Saturday. That's had over 600 views so far.
Congratulations.
All the feedback has been very positive. There's been one or two that say, I like to watch the pendulum. And I'm thinking, well, being polite, come buy one and watch it.
And there you go for that.
I found, because I mean, you got fibromyalgia the same as me. Every time I used the chart, I had to lean forward, rest my arm, and my back was killing me. Whereas doing it natural, I just relax and go with the flow, and it was a lot less telling on me. We got through a lot more questions. The connection was strong.
Good.
And I'm hoping we're going to be able to do that this evening.
Oh, I think we are too. And I have my pendulum.
Wow, look at that. Lovely.
So you're getting sleepy, Patrick.
I was doing that before you brought the pendulum anyway.
And bam. So,
what is your PIN number?
exactly. Folks will laugh here. You're going to have fun, and we're going to enjoy this. So, Patrick, I thought that what we would do
Before we start, Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Because we're not using the chart, I can't do the calibration, but I would like to do my protection thing that I say beforehand. Yes. People can watch me, or they can join in. It's entirely up to them. I'll say what I'm doing as I do it. And it worked well on Saturday. So if you allow me to do that, it doesn't take long.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Just a set of protection.
Yeah.
If you picture a ball of white light above your head, it is a ball of pure love. It travels down your body towards your feet. As it travels, it encapsulates you in a bubble of love. When the light gets to the bottom of your feet and you are totally encapsulated, you can set the thickness of the skin so it does not allow any negative energy, influence, frequency, or indeed entity to pass through. It is impervious to all attacks. You can then expand it like you would blowing up a balloon to cover your whole household. So every living thing in your home is protected, all your loved ones, your pets. And you should at this point start feeling it in your heart that it is set and the strength of it. And I can feel that now. And that's set. Thank you. Thank you, Wayne.
Good, good. And I'll just add one thing too on this one. To the energies that are around us, I am a God, and I do have the spark of divinity within. You will not violate my sovereignty. I have over 40 legions that guard this spark of divinity. Woe unto the one who would deceive or violate such. For the place that you would go is the place the spirits do not speak of. And that's how it
Well
goes.
said, Wayne. Well said.
So, actually, I got to thank Lilith for that.
Wow.
She's quite the gal.
I think she's going to be upset with me because I'm deliberately avoiding her.
She has a way of, what was that commercial? Reach out and touch someone?
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, boom. All right. So, Patrick, I thought that what we would do, for instance, I really like this first question for the Earth. Someone wants to talk, is the Earth growing? So what I would like to do, two things, is to pull up for our audience. This is a website called planetware.de. And I want to show you, for instance, the Earth sound so everyone can actually hear it. And tell me if you hear this, Patrick.
Loud and clear.
That is Earth, folks. That's the exact tone and frequency. So, Patrick, with that, I think we can begin.
You've altered your voice now, Wayne. You've gone a bit quiet.
Good. Am I back?
Now you're back, yeah.
Okay, good, good. That's what I wanted to do.
I thought you turned into a planet anyway.
Kaboosh. I could say something, but I'm not going to do it. And one last one. So this is from Cassini. This is Earth.
Yeah, there's a marked difference there, isn't there?
Isn't there?
Yeah.
Can you hear the voices on this?
Yes. I bet if you were to slow that down, you would understand what they were saying.
So that's Earth.
Wow.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, that's what I said. Wow. So I think we're ready to rock and roll with talking to
Let's
Earth. What do you
let's
think?
let's do it.
Earth frequency, may we speak with you?
Yes. Hello, Wayne.
Hello, good to talk to you, madam. Earth, we've had a question. People want to know, are you growing in size?
This question has been asked of me before. I am expanding. I am expanding as part of the change that is happening to me. My frequency is getting stronger. I need to make room for the extra power that will be generated. There is times approaching where I will need more strength as all the planets are under attack. We have a plan. We will win. Finish.
Wow. Earth, the question is two parts here. And madam, we'd like to know, there is a question, do you die like mortals do? And where do energies like yours go when there is a destruction of the body?
We do not die the same way. And should a catastrophe happen to our physical self in this reality, our spiritual self remains. An example you received last week when Tiamat spoke, our true essence continues after the death of the physical. Finish.
Wow. You got to love that lady.
Big time.
You just got to love that lady. Well, we have more for Earth, but we also have one. Two things I saw earlier. Someone wants us to be able to talk to Saturn and see if just Saturn let Saturn talk. I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Here's another one for Mars. Person wants us to know if he supports life as we know it, and can his current atmosphere support human life? I think that it said no on that one, but I'm
There's
not
life underground, I think he said,
I think
but
that's what he
not on
said.
the surface. But he is, I don't know whether it was in one of these shows or on my channel, but he has said because of the love he has been receiving, he has started his regeneration.
Well, I think what let's get in tune, and the reason I'm loving this, I think by Patrick us hearing these tones, it gets us. I mean, yeah, maybe Spielberg had something, you know.
He was in the know.
He was in the know, man. He was. So
Yeah.
this
As
is
was
Mars.
Gene Roddenberry. He was in the know as well.
Yes. So the tone on this, just to let everyone know, is 144.72 gigahertz in the octave of D. So this is the Mars frequency. Do you hear that, Patrick?
I can hear that and I can feel it. And it's the same feeling that I get when I communicate with him. That was weird. It's like meeting an old friend.
Isn't it though?
Wow. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank Mars. And here is his vibration as Cassini went by. It's a proud planet, a sad one.
Wow.
You hear the desolation.
Yes, you can hear the desolation is the right word. Wow. That's not happy, is it?
No. That's groaning.
Yeah, that sounds painful, Wayne.
It does. It sounds sad. It makes you, again, I think we now know what you and I and others have experienced when they've been in touch with Mars. It's this overwhelming sense. So, I like Mars. I'd like to know how he's doing. If there's
Okay.
anything he hasn't updated for us.
Okay.
All right. Mars, may we speak with you?
Pleasure.
Always, sir. How are you doing?
I am a lot better, thank you, Wayne. I have received many communications which continue on a daily basis. The love I am receiving is truly humbling. I have initiated my regeneration. I am fully determined to return to my previous glory and take over control of myself. Finish.
Mars, big hug, my friend. Big hug. Can I ask you? You have a lot of secrets, it appears, and we just learned one here recently about you, Mars, that you apparently have reserved, they're saying, a lot of water. Is this true?
I do have water. I have a lot of water beneath the surface. I believe I have mentioned that before. Finish.
I believe you did. I just wanted to make sure on that. Mars, may we ask, do are you in control of your own weather now?
Not yet, but I am working on it. Finish.
I love that guy. I swear to.
Gives it to you straight, Wayne.
I really do. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I mean, you know what I'm getting on here? This is between you and I in a fence post, Patrick. I'm hearing someone that is like,
he's turned a corner, Wayne.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we had a small part to play in that.
Yeah.
How humbling is that? Wow.
Well, that actually was a question as I'm reading right here. Someone had wanted to know how Mars was doing and does it grow? I got the sense that this planet is.
He's got his determination back.
Yes, he do.
He when we first spoke to him in November, 27th of November, he was very resigned to his fate.
Made us cry is what he did.
Certainly did.
He made us cry. I mean, it was like, ay, 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 ay. I wanted to see we might as well just go ahead and do a round robin with the planets.
Sure.
Let's find out, since everyone is so curious about Jupiter, questions like people want to know, does Jupiter have control of its rings? Is there a transition going on? So a lot of these questions, I know on the transition, we have asked that in the past.
Does Jupiter have rings, Wayne?
No, excuse me. Well, you know something? I don't know where I got that at, but
you never know.
That the reason I think that Jupiter does have rings, but we ought to ask it. So let's get Jupiter's frequency. How about we just go right down the line? So we get over here to Jupiter to let everyone know Jupiter's tone is an F sharp. It's at 183.58 hertz. It's and here's something that's really interesting. The effects on what we hear when we hear this supports creative power and continuous construction. Isn't that odd?
Wow.
All right, so here we go for Jupiter. powerful.
That's exactly the word I was about to say to you. That is so powerful. You can feel it.
I mean, it's like, whoa, dude.
Wow.
All right. And here is Jupiter as Cassini passed by.
Wow.
So,
Don't you find the Cassini ones are very similar? They're just off a little bit.
just a little bit. Yeah. I think too with Cassini, I guess
But
because
then
it
we're
was,
similar, but we're off a little bit, aren't we?
yeah, we are. Yeah. It, these planets, every time I hear them, maybe this is a question. Let's talk to Jupiter. I have one. I bet this may be an interesting one. Jupiter, may we speak to you, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. My question to you, sir, are you a kingdom within yourself?
Kingdom is the wrong terminology. I am a realm within myself. I am more powerful than the other planets. Not quite as powerful as the sun, but I am working on it. Finish.
Sir, a follow-up to that. A realm, that indicates sentient life. Is that what I heard you say, or am I misinterpreting you, sir?
You are correct, but not necessarily physical, more of a frequency-based reality. Finish.
One more question then, Jupiter. I see what you're saying. Within a frequency, there could be virtually an unlimited amount of potential sentient life. Is that what I'm hearing?
There is no limit to the capacity available. Finish.
Thank you. Such great knowledge. Sir, I don't know where I got this, but are you producing rings around your own planet?
This knowledge is not known by most humans. I am generating rings myself. They have not yet passed the physical threshold, but their energy signals can be felt. Finish.
Jupiter, sir, I get the sense, do you talk to certain minds that reach out to you, speaking specifically, sir, of mortal man?
Each planet is responsible for a vast number of humans, among which there are those that communicate with us and we communicate with them. There are others who we influence and they do not know where this influence comes from. It is from us. We do it with love. Those who know who they are communicating with are of a higher frequency, and there has been a change recently throughout the solar system. We believe a tipping point has been reached, and these events will increase and more people will be communicating with us as it once was. Finish. Wow.
Yeah, you read my mind, man. Get out of my head.
I don't know where,
Uh,
well, we know
uh,
where that one come from, but
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Wow.
gonna,
I mean,
I'm gonna have to read the transcript
I'm
when
gonna have
Lee
to
does
read
it.
the transcripts on that one. Um,
People are loving the transcripts, by the way, Wayne. I'm putting them up on my channel and they're loving them.
Good. I know we talked about doing a book of them on a PDF. I think it's
That'd
a
be
great
great.
idea.
That'd be
Let's
great.
think
Yeah.
about that. And Lee, when you do those, I know she had asked for some tea. I'll get you a box of tea sent to you, but that one is going to be interesting. You know, when you were talking, when the planet spoke about the frequencies, what I saw was in my mind, um, it was though I was panning over the best thing I can put what my mind was seeing, like growth rings on a tree.
Yeah, the yearly rings, yeah. The annual
Yeah.
rings. Yeah.
And within each one of those is life beyond. This
Yeah.
is quite interesting.
And they're not all the same thickness either, are they? They
No. Mm-mm.
one year is different to another year. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good analogy there, Wayne.
Well, these planets, I listen. I wrote a very lengthy email to a pretty well-known psychic,
Okay.
and he was apparently very well known in your part of the world.
Okay.
And I won't say who he is, but um, he asked a very interesting question. He says, "I speak to the spirits here." He says, "You two seem to be speaking to the spirits out there."
Mhm.
And I
Which is
said, "Well,
true. Which is
yeah."
true.
And he encouraged us to continue to go on. Thought it was very revolutionary what we're doing here. So
Wow.
we
We're being noticed, Wayne.
yeah, I know that the Queen's sister knows what we're doing. Uh,
Wow.
so um, I
I
know
only
that
live 40 miles away from the Queen. I'm getting worried now, Wayne.
uh, I know her sister very well. Her and I are what we would call, in the old-fashioned term, pen pals.
Right.
So yeah, so we're breaking ground here, and I'm enjoying this. It's mind bending.
It's revolutionary.
It
It's
definitely is.
it's pioneering
Yeah.
and it's long overdue.
Don't be surprised if we're not asked to do a television show. I'm telling you. So I think the next thing we should do is then let's go to um, our majestic planet Saturn. Let's just, Saturn has perplexed me. I get Neptune, I get Uranus, I even get Pluto to a degree,
Mhm.
but Saturn it's an enigma to me. Is it to you? Or, what do you have feedback on your channel?
Saturn is changing like Mars is changing, but Saturn hasn't been destroyed. Saturn has been controlled and used to hold us back. And now it is in communication again with us and receiving the love. It's getting the strength to fight that control. And it is determined that it's going to shred itself of the negative forces, and that when the control stops, we will no longer be damned, for want of a better word, preventing us from activating our gifts. And that's when things will just take off.
Excellent. By the way, I just want to say there is a tangible difference in the energy here today. It's how should we say? But when I come out of the post-production industry, and when we would build an edit suite, you had raw power that would come in, and then
Yeah.
what you would do, you had what we call clean power.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I sense here today.
Yeah.
Clean power. It's very, very comfortable. I
It
gotta
is,
tell you, it
it
really
is,
is.
it is very comfortable. I'm totally relaxed.
Yeah.
The pendulum's not draining my energy. It's fluid.
Yeah.
Connection is strong.
Well, let's talk to our friend Saturn. A little bit of knowledge on this one. Saturn is in the D octave. It's at 147.85 megahertz. And this is Saturn. Every time I hear this, it feels like I'm walking into a freaking power plant.
Yeah, and it was a consistent hum,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the
Yeah.
others were fluctuating. This one is almost like a
That's it. Yes, thank you. Maybe there's something here. This is Saturn as Cassini flew by.
Wow.
That is weird.
That's one word. I was thinking as I was listening to that, the difference between what we've heard of each one that you've played is the same difference in degrees, I feel, with their personalities. It's, do you know what I'm trying to
Yes,
say?
I do. Yes, I
the
do.
ratio is the same. The difference between the frequencies is the same ratio as the difference between the personalities.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's like how you would be able to instinctively be able to pick out your wife in a crowd.
This is why they don't need names, Wayne, because you just hear the frequency and you know exactly who it is.
Yeah, there's no ambiguity to it at all.
No.
Well, let's we've been asking kind of open questions to him today. Let's find out with Saturn. Saturn, may we speak with you?
Yes, Wayne.
Good to talk to you, sir. How are you doing? The folks on planet Earth would like to know, since we began talking to you, how are you doing?
My outlook has changed. I am a much more positive being. I can see, as you would say, the light at the end of the tunnel. I am drawing up plans which I will keep to myself at this time so they cannot be stinted. I can see my way home. Finish.
Saturn, it's been observed that you are having some dramatic changes on your surface. Is this part of your plan?
Yes. Finish.
Thank you. One last question, and we just love you. I just want to let you know the heart of humanity weeps with you and we rejoice with you. It has been said that you have some bad, how shall I say this? Bad energies that, I'll just be candid with you. It's kind of like having fleas. Is this how you see it as well?
Yes, but more powerful than fleas. Fleas are an irritant. I have been controlled by negative forces, alien forces from different dimensions. I believe you would call them the Elohim. Finish.
Saturn, I can only say this to you, sir. We will help you defeat them. You and us have a common cause, and if you need our help, you let us know.
Thank you, Wayne. It is very much appreciated. Finish.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow.
Wow. That's just like talking to your neighbor, isn't it, Wayne? That's crazy.
It's like, you know,
We're
I'm
either
having,
going to end up on television, Wayne, or in the psych ward.
and then yeah, they're going to have us in there as Exhibit A. Oh, I'll tell you, Patrick. Why do I get this? You know, I'm having my DNA done, and
Right.
so I want to know where my ancestry
I
comes
thought
from.
you was going to find out whether you were human or not.
Yeah, I'm going to find that out too. But I just got this strange sense. I don't know. Maybe it's an odd way of putting it, but I got a sense that their DNA is in part of us as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We are a product of their loins, so to speak.
ooh, 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 ooh.
You're going to write that down, aren't you, Wayne?
Yes, I am. Well, of course I am. Well, there's a whole show in that right there.
We can start a religion, Wayne. We'll be rich.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what, and as you said this, I was seeing some building, you know, the House of the Planets.
This is the Pluto wing. This is the Uranus wing.
Exactly.
I love it. Love it.
You know, I think the planets are happy today. I just get this sense that
they are happy. Yes, and they enjoy laughter as well.
They do. They do. All right. Well, the next one up on our list is Uranus, and the planet that has probably the best sense of humor of all planets.
You would have to, wouldn't you?
It would, wouldn't it? This is in G sharp. Uranus is at 207.36 gigahertz. So it supports the power of surprise and renewal. Its sound and tone has been more connected to the primeval. How about this? An erotic power.
Wow.
Ooh la la. I heard that right from the get-go. Wow.
Wow.
Exactly. Wow. All right. This is Uranus as Cassini flew by. What the hell was that? Oh, folks, I got
almost an interference.
Did you hear something in that?
Yes, I did.
I got to play this back, folks. So give me. There was something tangible. By the way, that is power.
That raw power.
Yes, sir. I got to hear that again. Okay. Right there. There. Did you hear that?
Yes. Yeah.
That sounded sentient.
Definitely.
Let's hear that one more time.
Like a communication.
Did you hear that?
Oh. It's going to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but it was like a loud whisper. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's powerful. That is powerful, powerful, powerful. All right, we got to talk.
Wow.
So Uranus, may we speak with you?
Yes.
Very impressive. Your frequency.
Thank you.
I'm in awe, to be very candid with you. What was that we were hearing? It was almost, there was almost like there was a sentient voice.
That was my voice, Wayne.
I'll reserve for what I heard, but it was a unique language. How are you doing? I don't know if you prefer your title is sir. I want to make sure that we're giving proper respect.
I have accepted my name given to me by the humans, Uranus. It does have a humorous side, and I would prefer to be called that with the word frequency added afterwards. Uranus frequency. Thank you.
Well, sir, we shall indeed do that. So, Uranus frequency, how are you doing?
I, like my brothers and sisters, am doing very well, although we all have a shared concern for the region of space we are approaching. I am uniquely placed to look ahead. The area that we are traveling to is unknown to us. We can feel different energies, frequencies, densities, and we feel changes in our rotation, changes in our orbit. We do not know how this region of space will affect us as a family. Finish.
Uranus frequency is the space that you see. Is it of concern for you? You've been around a very long time. Am I sensing that there is something that you and the family are concerned about?
We sense the energetic signature. We have not sensed that signature before. It is unknown to us. Finish.
Would you keep us advised, sir?
Always.
Thank
Finish.
you. Holy crap. I'm done on this end.
Wow.
The energy.
Outer planets are special in their own right. They are the vanguard, if you like.
Yeah, yeah. He said that they don't recognize the energy.
No.
I don't know about you, but that sounds a little bit foreboding, doesn't it?
I felt concern in the message, not necessarily freaking out, oh, what we're going to do sort of thing, but just concern because they are wise. They're not going to panic straight away.
Well, I think as we get more used to talking with them, they're going to let us know more. I'm enjoying this. Let's go to the next one.
Sure.
This is the first time I think we've actually had time to go out and talk to them. So here is Neptune. Neptune is in G minor, 211.44 megahertz, and it supports intuition. When the tone is heard to the certain minds of the unconscious, it enhances the dream experience and is related to what many say is the antiquity of a god of a long ago of a sea.
Wow.
And of course, the one that we want to hear, it doesn't. There we go.
Well, that was different, Wayne.
That was way different. This is Cassini passing by Uranus, Neptune, excuse me. I'll have to. We are with Neptune, correct?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Wow. I'm not saying there were words in there, but there was definite communication.
There is. Yeah, someone said that exactly. I saw that D Swinger. Yeah, it gives you the sense of a very watery place, doesn't it?
Very tangible. Yeah.
Well, let's talk to our friend Neptune.
Okay.
Neptune frequency, may we speak with you?
Yes.
How are you doing, my friend?
I have been concerned, Wayne, especially because my rotation has been affected, my tilt has been affected, my orbit has been affected. I can see farther out than most. I also sense frequencies at a different level than my brothers and sisters. And worry is not the right word, but it is a concern. Finish.
Neptune frequency, I sense that you're genuinely concerned, aren't you?
Yes, Wayne.
Every time I talk to you, I get the same image. Is what I'm seeing. Let's just stop on this one, Patrick. It's the same freaking thing. This planet is concerned. I keep on getting, it's dark, it's big, it's black, it's big.
A big blackness.
Yes. It's overwhelming. I mean, I did a whole video on it. I did a whole show on it.
That is not coming to us. We are going to it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting. The hair on my arm is, I keep on seeing the same every time we talk to this being. Do you see it as well?
I sense it. I don't see it. I sense it. Mine is all feeling, and you can feel the denseness of it, like a thick black fog.
Yeah,
it's like a solid wall as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, you could fall into water, but if you fall into it from a great height, it's going to be like hitting concrete.
Truth Seeker is having a hard time. That's all right, Truth Seeker. Sometimes things happen that way, you know. All right, well, we'll pick up here next week. This was amazing.
That was an amazing show. Fantastic.
Listen, you know, I help people a lot of times as they're preparing to go over. And the reason why this is not a stretch for me, Patrick, is I've been out there. And, you know, as I've told someone, the person who was really complimenting what you and I were doing, is that if this planet, our planet, was not alive, we wouldn't be here. So it's undisputable that life in its many different forms would transcend to something as consciousness. And I contend this, Patrick, if consciousness is not transmutable at death, then we all just simply go to the nothingness.
It's a change. It's not a destruction. It's a change.
It's a change. Listen, I hope to one day, I think that it would be kind of cool to be a planet. I think it'd be kind of cool to be a sun.
Wow.
I mean, imagine the time you would have to contemplate everything.
Can you imagine having your own solar system and you're at the center of it? Wow.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, it'd be Wayne's World all over the place. I mean, man, I'd be having the sign right there, as you come in, you get yourself a beer koozie, and we just go on from there.
Play Queen music, you'd be well away.
Oh, I'm telling you, Freddie would be right there going.
He certainly gave himself the right surname, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Well, my friend, thank you again. I know that some people find this, but hey, just say goodbye to Neptune.
Have an open mind. If it doesn't resonate with you, I'll go watch something else, to be honest.
And I saw that, Ruth. Neptune, we love you, and have yourself a good week. We will see you next week. We'll be talking to Pluto, and I want to talk to Mercury as well. Mercury has some things that it's giving up, and I find that every time we do one of these sessions, inevitably, either the ESA, NASA, or one of the other agencies come out with something new on the planets. Coincidence? Me not think so.
I'm really with the CIA, Wayne. That's what it is.
I knew it. The rumors be true, folks. He's a plant.
Yeah.
Oh, people are funny. Well, Patrick, what do you want to say? What you got going this week?
That was amazing. Well, doing a live stream on Thursday and Saturday. We're getting lots of fantastic questions. We are answering some planet questions, not as detailed as what you and I go into, but we're getting some verification, and I'm getting emails from people who are talking to the planets, and they're getting the same answers that you and I are.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what I think in so many ways, that we live our lives in such narrowness of scope.
We're blinkered all the time.
Yes, we are, really. And I'm really concerned about this, whatever it is that Neptune is seeing. It's
this darkness.
Yeah. Maybe it's what the sun told us last week as well. The sun made some very interesting. I read the transcript that I looked back on that and I went, there's something that's
you can almost read between the lines, can't you?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, Patrick.
Always a pleasure.
Oh, it's fun. I love this. I mean, I get up on Tuesday mornings, and this is one that I start getting in touch, I think, spiritually with these magnificent beings. I tell you what, I got the one vision. I'll just tell you, I was walking in, it was a sea of crystal. And as I'm walking, the arches extend beyond my ability to see up, and they're made of this. I've never seen it before. It's light, but it's solid anyway. As I was walking through this corridor, and it seemed like it went on forever, the planets were there, and they sit in a most magnificent chambers. The only thing I can say, each has a different color. It was quite interesting.
Somebody asked a question on my Saturday show: are we changing into a crystalline being? And the answer was yes, but that is only part of the process. It is not the end process. I think the end process is a spherical ball of energy. That's what I think.
I think you'd be right. I do.
Yeah.
This is fun.
That's amazing, isn't it, Wayne?
It is. It is. And I'm leaving on, as opposed to where I've been drained before, this one, yeah.
Not drained at all today. No,
I feel like
drained at all.
Leo Sayer.
I'm getting the impression that the pendulum and chart was dragging us down. It was a means to an end.
Yeah.
It was my training wheels, if you like.
I believe it.
And I'm, as you know, I got the letters of each word. I got the first letter, then I got 3-4 words ahead. I am now receiving the answers before I know what the question is.
Yeah. And for me, mine they come to me in these images.
Yeah. You get images, I get feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess that's why it works. And, you know, this is how I look at this as well. If consciousness is defined by thought, then consciousness has no boundaries.
No limitation at all.
Not at all. Not at all. So I'm going to go listen to the Moody Blues.
Wow. Good choice.
Yeah. The album, particularly this will be coming up, so you know, Patrick, is To Our Children's Children's. Great album. All right, my friend. We will be doing our show on Lilith, but it will be
when we're ready for it, though, Wayne.
When we are.
We have to be ready for it.
Yeah. I'm going to be fasting before that one. So
how do you feel about a show on dragons?
I think we should do that. I don't have a sense of fear. I got a sense last week that, you know, someone said, well, how do you know who you're dealing with?
Well, how do you know who you're dealing with when you're dealing with me, Wayne, to be honest?
I can only go by what I know the inner witness is.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty good at it.
And the way Earth explained communication, the feeling of it is a large part of it.
It is. Let me explain. When I went out to the Redwood Forest and up there outside Eureka, I put my arm around one of these trees. They estimated it was probably over 2,000 years old.
Wow. The energy from that.
Oh, thank you. It was like going into a shower, you know, it just, yeah. So,
wow. And
someone's going to tell me that a tree is not alive.
They don't understand.
They don't. So we continue. I'm liking this. Eventually, I think we're going to get it to where they'll give us an upgrade where we actually get the big boy bike.
Love it.
Patrick, my friend, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Give my love to your beautiful bride. And thank you, everyone out there. Y'all make this show. Yes. Much love to everyone. Patrick, I'll see you then next Tuesday.
Okay, Wayne, it's a date.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Be good.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.